Welcome to the Health Coach Nation podcast. My name is Hailey Rowe. I'm a sales and marketing coach and strategist for health coaches, life coaches, and wellness professionals who want to become a leader in their field by building their online community, rocking their sales process, and finally feeling confident about how they promote themselves and their marketing. On this show, we talk about tips to grow your business, save yourself time, and finally be able to create a sustainable, profitable business. Let's get into it. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Zero to Hero Coach Program. This is my 4-month program teaching coaches and online service providers how to grow your online business, book clients consistently, overcome your sales fears, and finally rock your social media visibility. If you struggle to create a sustainable coaching business, this program is for you. Check out HaileyRowe.com and book your free strategy call with my team or myself today. Thank you. Hi friends, we are talking today about the fact that booking clients and growing your business actually isn't hard. But what is hard is some of the things we're going to talk about today. So if you have a coaching business, I was just talking to somebody today who was like, I know what I need to do in my business. I know I need to, improve my content and be more consistent and get clear on my ideal target audience. But she was like, but I need a person. I need somebody to help me through my ideas, help me put it into a structured manner, help me work through why my offer is not converting, etc. And this led me to thinking about how booking clients and having a profitable business actually isn't hard. It's literally having a target audience, making an offer, closing a sale. That is the concept, right? It's just like how we could say overeating isn't hard. Not overeating isn't hard. Like you just don't put the food in your mouth. But what's hard, and this is where everybody gets tripped up, like if we literally just say it like that, yeah, you make an offer, you close a sale, you book a client. It's not hard, right? But what's hard is the emotional and mental drama and barriers we put in front of that, okay? So same thing with like the overeating. It's not hard to not put food in your mouth, right, when you're full. But what's hard is you have this these beliefs like I want more, or you have these beliefs like I'm just an overeater, like all these things, right? And so it's the same thing in your business. You have these beliefs like, well, I'm not good enough, or my offer isn't clear enough, or whatever. And so it stops you from doing the actual steps of booking clients, or you get distracted or things like that. Or you say, I'm overwhelmed, and so you indulge in that feeling and you don't do things that you know would be the next logical step, but you're choosing to be overwhelmed with all these buffet of options of what you can do. So let's talk about some of these hard things that make people say having a business is so hard, right? So the first thing is, I think a lot of times we think as business owners, in order for us to do something, we should feel like it. We're entitled to feel like it, and we should like it, right? But the truth is, just in a business, your job is to analyze the data and make decisions based on data. And yes, we are in a coaching business, so we want to make an impact and we want to help people. But when we decide, I don't feel like going live today because I just don't feel like it. Your business doesn't run on your feelings. It has to run on consistency. It has to run on you pouring into it. Just like a baby with a mother needs to be nurtured. And if you don't feel like it that day, you still need to show up for your baby. So the first concept I want to talk about that is a common obstacle for coaches is they think because I don't feel like doing something, or because I don't feel like it's going to work personally, or I don't like doing that, so I'm not going to do it. And that is an entitlement that isn't what a business runs off of, right? So that's the first thing. The second, and so you have to ask yourself, when you catch yourself doing that, ask yourself, do I actually have the data to prove that this thing I don't feel like is going to work? Do I have the facts to prove that it's not going to work? And if the answer is no, then it's not a valid thing to base a decision off of, right? Now, the second thing to think about is we oftentimes give in to short-term distraction or comfort as opposed to long-term, going for our what's going to benefit us in the long term and our business in the long term. So what I mean by this is if you are somebody who in the moment you're scrolling social media and you don't feel like doing your post or connecting with that person or pitching yourself to that podcast, in the moment it doesn't seem like much, right? But in the long term, every time you do that, those things are keeping you from your long-term life of what you want. And it's just like how one of the hard things that coaches are either doing or not doing for their business is they're choosing to put off investing in their business because it's scary, or doing things that are scary because they think, well, there will be a better time for that, or I will feel more ready for that in the future, or I will have more availability for that later. But now is really when this is your opportunity, and you have to give yourself some urgency, and you have to assign it yourself. And this is why we say entrepreneurs really need to be intrinsically motivated. It's up to you to create that urgency for yourself and your business and keep moving even though you don't feel ready, and not let short-term distractions keep you from the long-term gains that you ultimately want in your business. And one of the things that having a business will require of you is to become a really good manager of your mind and yourself. And you will have to change your identity, honestly, because a lot of the coaches I talk to, they don't see themselves as entrepreneurs yet. They just see themselves as a creative person, a person who loves coaching, a person who wants to coach. And in order to be able to coach, you have to be able to manage yourself and put yourself out there and face rejection and invest in your business when it feels scary, and learn the skill sets of marketing and sales, etc. Right? Learn the skill of decision making, learn honoring your commitments to yourself, learn time batching and managing your day. Right? Like, all of these things are required of you to become a true entrepreneur and coach. And so one of the things that I was learning from one of my mentors, Brooke Castillo, is about how anytime you want to do something, you want to achieve something, you have to become it first. It doesn't magically appear. It's like you have to get to a place where you wouldn't be surprised to see it, because you're like, yes, I've become that person. So in order to do that, you have to write a new script for your brain. Like, your brain is running usually on autopilot and what's comfortable to you. But the first step to change and to becoming that entrepreneur who you want to be and making it easy for yourself to book clients, especially if you feel like right now that's impossible, or you feel like there's so many steps or it's so overwhelming, you have to first write a new script for yourself. So first think about how you are right now. How do you identify right now? What do you think your problems are right now? What are your common excuses right now? Like, who are you being right now? And then you have to look at, well, who do I ultimately want to be? And it's going to feel like you're going to feel like you're writing about another person. I want to be the kind of person who finds it really easy to book clients. I'm not fazed by a no. I'm fully, moving towards my goals. I'm investing in my business every day. I'm blah, 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 right? And you're going to write that down, and you have to write a new script for yourself, and then you have to start to absorb that and memorize it, really. Like, think about it as if you were, especially if you want to attract clients to you, you have to be the kind of person embodying somebody who's attractive, meaning not physically, but somebody who is magnetic and is communicating in a way that's compelling to your ideal client. So write a script about who you want to be, Second, you have to actually memorize it, and it's going to feel so foreign to you. You have to actually try it on. Like if you were an actor and you were learning a script, you would have to read it over and over again to yourself. You would have to write it over and over again to yourself. You'd have to remind yourself, because right now it's foreign and you're going to forget. And you'd have to start slowly transitioning into it, meaning making a commitment to yourself that you can keep for the day, and building that confidence with yourself that you have your own back and will actually follow through on it one thing at a time. Not a drastic, I'm already going to be starring in the play next week and I memorize the whole script. It's gradual, right? So you're going to start memorizing your script, and then you have to start practicing it in your daily life like we talked about. So building the frequent practice and reps of it feeling really unnatural and weird in the beginning, but then it becoming more common, more expected, easier and easier every time you try it. And the truth is, in order for something to become effortless for you, it's gonna feel effortful in the beginning, very effortful. And you can keep us, really your results can be it's your end goals. If you're not at them right now, you are not managing those frequent reps, putting in those reps and managing your mind to get there yet. And you haven't become that person who can have that outcome yet. So taking one thing at a time and starting to practice the script you want for your life by picking one thing, being frequent, building up those reps, setting those commitments for yourself and actually following through on them, that is how you start to become the end script and the role model or whoever it is that you wrote in your beginning first step of who you want to be. That's how you start to become that person. So what's going to happen though is you're going to try to justify staying as you are. You're going to try to fight against change, and you're going to maybe dwell in feeling overwhelmed because it protects you from having to make the next move. Even if the move feels foreign and weird and maybe like it's not the right next move because you're not sure yet, because you've never grown a business before, your brain's going to try to talk you out every step of the way because it wants to stay the same as it is, right? And we've been taught to, try to avoid discomfort. And so you have to catch yourself in those moments and ask yourself, each of those things know that they're just an obstacle. They're just something that you have to say, okay, I'm aware that I'm probably not going to want to do XYZ tomorrow. And what am I going to do to prepare for that? How do I want to respond in that moment? How can I practice or visualize myself tomorrow doing it? How can I ask for help? How can I feel supported, etc.? And you are going to be your own best asset, friend, coach, etc. Everything that you go through on your journey is something that is an opportunity for you as a coach to coach yourself through so that you can better help your clients too. So I love it when I see coaches who, don't want to get uncomfortable, and yet they're asking their clients to be uncomfortable or do something that's scary, right? You can be your own best case study right now by starting today, by honoring the commitments to yourself, etc. So if you are a coach and you feel like running a business is hard, booking clients is hard, nothing I'm doing is working, you have to know all of those things are not truths, they are beliefs. And you have to start to look at those and understand that growing a business and starting a business is very easy. It comes down to making offers to an audience that wants it, closing sales, right? And getting in front of people, right? But the mental chipping away at the obstacles, the beliefs, the distractions is a huge one. The fear of feeling unpleasant feelings, those are the things. That's your work. That's what you have to be doing every single day. So if you missed out on the giveaway that I was doing for the last month, I've said if you invite, coaches to this community, and life coaches, health coaches, people like that, mindset coaches to this community, you will be entered to win a hot seat live coaching session. So we'll come on live. I'll coach you on any topic you want when it comes to business, mindset, whatever. So last chance to get entered into that giveaway is today and tomorrow, and then I'll probably announce the winner next. It's October now, so probably like on my Monday live next week. And I'm very excited to offer that to the group. And if you have any questions about how you can have not only your own support in your business, which I hope you have right now, I hope you're not judging yourself or fighting against yourself when it comes to running your business. But if you want more support, if you want a person on your side who is, able to answer your questions, able to help you when you do feel overwhelmed, or all those barriers we talked about that are keeping you from booking clients or allowing clients in, I am a coach, and I do have the Zero to Hero Coach Inner Circle. I have a private coaching program. I have courses. So if you're ever curious about how you can get started, you can just message me here or comment below if you have any questions, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. And if you liked it and want to reserve your very own free sales audit, go to haileyrowe.com/strategy-call to book your very own free sales audit. On the call, we'll talk more about the common concerns you get from your ideal clients, how to overcome those concerns, how to coach through objections, how to change your mindset around sales, and improve your sales process so you can be closing and converting more clients. I can't wait to connect with you, and go to haileyrowe.com/strategy-call to take the first step. Thanks so much. Have a good day.